The homeless girl's blood was still warm on the Rodeo Drive sidewalk when the elderly woman she'd protected pulled out her black card and whispered, "I know who you are." Sophia, 16, couldn't breathe. The security guard's boot pressed her spine into concrete. 30 seconds ago, she'd tackled a man stealing this woman's purse. Now she was face down, wrists zip-tied, accused of being his accomplice. "They always work in pairs," the guard announced to gathering crowds. "One grabs, one pretends to help." The elderly woman, Elizabeth Chen Whitmore, stood perfectly still, her phone recording from her Chanel jacket. She'd been investigating her charity's missing millions. Instead, she'd found her best employee's daughter, homeless because of her own company's cruelty. In these real-life stories, these black stories of injustice, Sophia didn't know she'd just saved the woman who destroyed her mother. Have you ever rescued someone who ruined your life? Sophia had been outside Cartier since dawn, reading her AP chemistry textbook. Not begging, that triggered security. Just studying. Sometimes tourists assumed she was a student actor, method preparing for some Hollywood tragedy. Sometimes they dropped money from guilt. Her stomach had stopped hurting yesterday. That was bad. When hunger stopped hurting, your body was eating itself. The elderly woman appeared at 11:40, moving wrong. Sophia noticed because survival meant cataloging everyone. The woman touched windows without looking at displays. Sat on benches facing people, not stores. Photographed crowds, not merchandise. Sophia knew surveillance. You learned its shape when avoiding it kept you free. At 12:47, the violence came fast. Male, maybe 30, professional stride. Not desperate practiced. His hand found the woman's purse strap while his shoulder knocked her backward. The woman's head arced toward concrete. Fatal angle. Sophia's body remembered what her mind had forgotten. 3 years of varsity track before her mother died. She dove, caught the woman's skull 6 inches from impact, then exploded after the thief. She hit him at 40 feet. Her face met his elbow, nose cracking, blood instant. She held on. He drove his knee into her ribs, broke free, vanished. But the purse stayed. "Oh God, thank you," the woman started. Then Martinez arrived. Badge 447, Beverly Hills Security. He'd rousted Sophia 17 times this year. He grabbed her torn collar, slammed her down. Her textbook scattered, pages floating. "Got her!" The accomplice. "What?" I stopped, boot to spine, face against concrete still warm from noon sun. Her blood mixed with fallen chemistry equations. "Saw the whole thing," Martinez announced. "They always work in pairs. Please, the cameras. Already calling BHPD." He zip-tied her wrists. "Outstanding warrants. Guarantee it." Crowds gathered. Phones emerged. A British woman live-streamed, "Insane scene on Rodeo. Girl saves woman, gets arrested." Comments exploded. "She's bleeding. Sue them all. America is broken." The elderly woman stood carefully. "Officer, she saved me." "Ma'am, you're in shock. These people rehearse scenarios." "These people?" "Homeless crews. They target seniors." Martinez pressed harder. "Probably scoped you for hours." Sophia turned her head enough to see the woman's expression change. Not to sympathy, to something colder. Calculation. "What's your name?" the woman asked. "Don't answer," Martinez warned. "Sophia Reyes." Nothing. No recognition. Elizabeth Chen Whitmore hadn't known Maria Reyes personally. Just fired her via email. One name among dozens eliminated during restructuring. Let me see her student ID, Elizabeth said. No ID on her. In my backpack. Front pocket. Martinez kicked the backpack. The ID fell out along with 3 library books, a calculus notebook, and a photo of Sophia and her mother at her high school honor roll ceremony. Last photo before the firing, Elizabeth picked up the ID Jefferson High. Junior. Honor roll seal. Then the photo. She stopped breathing. Maria Reyes. Her former program director. The one who'd discovered the embezzlement. Who'd been framed and fired before she could prove it. Elizabeth recognized the woman she'd failed to protect. The crowd pressed closer. Someone shouted, "That's Chen Whitmore!" The philanthropist. Martinez's knee shifted, but didn't release. "Mrs. Chen Whitmore, these kids steal IDs, create whole personas." "She's in my AP Calculus class," a voice called out. A black teenager in a Versace shopping bag. "That's Sophie. She tutors me." "Accomplice," Martinez said without looking. "I'm headed to Yale next year, asshole." The live stream hit 73,000 viewers. Hashtag Rodeo Drive Racism started trending. BHPD sirens approaching. Elizabeth pulled out her phone. "Jonathan?" "Yes? Now? Bring the Maria Reyes file." "Everything." Martinez's radio crackled. "Unit 447. Chen Whitmore is City Council priority. Extreme courtesy." "Copy that." But he didn't release Sophia. Elizabeth knelt close enough to smell Sophia's blood. "Your mother, Maria. Where is she?" Sophia's voice broke. "Dead. 6 months." "How?" "Pneumonia. No insurance after you fired her." Martinez heard the accusation. "You know this girl?" "I knew her mother." Elizabeth's voice went hollow. "I destroyed her mother." The sirens stopped. 3 BHPD units, officers emerging, hands on weapons like Sophia was dangerous. "Female suspect, attempted robbery," Martinez reported. "Bullshit! The Yale-bound kid. I recorded everything. She saved that old lady." The lead cop, Sergeant Williams, surveyed the scene. Homeless girl bleeding. Billionaire philanthropist kneeling. Crowd filming. Textbook pages scattered like accusations. "Mrs. Chen Whitmore, are you pressing charges?" Elizabeth stood slowly, pulled out a card that wasn't business something with a federal seal. "Actually, Sergeant, I'm conducting a federal investigation." Everyone froze. "Into my own foundation. 300 million in theft. This girl's mother tried to stop it. We destroyed her instead." She looked at Sophia, bloody and bound. "And now you're arresting her daughter for saving my life." The live stream exploded. News vans racing down Wilshire. Martinez's hand reaching for pepper spray. Elizabeth smiled cold as Cartier diamonds. "Sergeant Williams, you have 5 seconds to release this girl or explain to the FBI why you're obstructing justice." Sergeant Williams stepped closer to Sophia, hand on his cuffs. "Stand up." "Can't." Blood ran down her chin. "Your boy Martinez broke my ribs. Stand or we'll lift you." Elizabeth moved between them. "She needs an ambulance. She needs booking." Williams signaled his partner. "Attempted robbery. Resisting arrest. I'm the only victim here. I'm pressing no charges." "Doesn't matter. Public safety issue." She matches recent theft descriptions. The crowd pressed tighter. The live stream hit 97,000 viewers. Someone yelled, "She saved her life." Martinez yanked Sophia upright. She screamed, couldn't help it. Something definitely broken inside. Drama queen, he muttered. Tyler Washington, the Yale-bound kid, pushed through. I filmed everything. This is assault. Williams turned on him. Back up, now. Tyler Washington, my mother is… I don't care if your mother's Oprah. Move. Tyler held his ground, phone steady. 2 million followers watching live. Your choice, how this ends. 1:03 p.m. News van screeching into position. Elizabeth's hands shook as she pulled out her phone, scrolling through old emails. 43 messages from Maria Reyes. All unopened. Subject lines pleading, urgent. Evidence of theft. Please read foundation fraud. He's stealing everything. I'm not lying. The last one, sent the day before Maria died. Ms. Chen Whitmore, I forgive you for not believing me. But please, protect my daughter. She has the proof. Oh, God, Elizabeth whispered. What? Williams demanded. She told me. Maria told me everything. Elizabeth showed him the emails. I never opened them. Sophia laughed through blood. She died knowing you ignored her. Get her in the car, Williams ordered. As Martinez dragged Sophia toward the patrol unit, her backpack spilled. Chemistry textbook. SAT prep. A folder labeled Mom's Evidence. Elizabeth dove for it. That's evidence, Williams said, of David Park stealing $300 million. Elizabeth opened it. Bank statements, wire transfers, David's signature everywhere. The crowd saw the papers. Someone zoomed their camera on them. Numbers clear. $300,000 here. $500,000 there. Years of theft. Williams paused. David Park, the philanthropist? David Park, the thief who framed my mother. Sophia's voice cracked. She caught him. He destroyed her. A Lincoln Town car pulled up. Not Elizabeth's lawyer, David Park himself. He'd been watching the news, had come to control the narrative. He emerged in his $5,000 suit, saw Sophia bleeding, Elizabeth holding evidence. Liz, what's this circus? David. Elizabeth's voice could have frozen fire. Maria Reyes. Who? The woman you framed. David's practiced smile never wavered. Troubled employee, sad situation, mental health issues. Sophia exploded forward despite the cuffs, despite the ribs. Martinez caught her. You killed her. She had receipts, recordings. Recordings? David's smile finally slipped. Tyler Washington stepped up. Like this recording? He held up his phone. You just admitted knowing Maria Reyes after claiming you didn't on that call 5 minutes ago. The live stream chat went insane. Hashtag David Park Thief trending instantly. Williams looked between the bleeding girl and the sweating billionaire. Mr. Park, don't leave town. This is ridiculous. Elizabeth's phone rang. She answered on speaker. Mrs. Chen Whitmore? This is Agent Sarah Kim, FBI Financial Crimes. We've been monitoring your foundation since you contacted us yesterday. Yesterday. Before the attack. Before Sophia. Agent Kim, I'm with Maria Reyes's daughter. Maria Reyes, who filed the whistleblower complaint. Everyone froze. Whistleblower? Sophia gasped. Filed 18 months ago. We've been building the case. David Park actually ran, in his Italian shoes, toward his car. Tyler filmed it all. Rich man running. This is beautiful. Williams radioed. Suspect fleeing. White male, 60-ish, heading north on Rodeo. That's David Park, Martinez protested. He funds the police memorial and apparently steals from orphans, Williams replied. 1:11 p.m. 3 more patrol cars arrived. Not for Sophia, for David. He made it half a block before officers stopped him. Sophia stood swaying, cuffed, bleeding, watching her mother's destroyer dragged back in handcuffs. "Uncuff the girl," Williams ordered. But protocol changed. He personally removed Sophia's zip ties. "Miss Reyes, you need medical attention. I need to see him arrested." They brought David past. He looked at Sophia, really looked. "You're Maria's kid. You remember her now? She was going to ruin everything with her questions. So you ruined her instead. Business, nothing personal." Sophia spat blood at his feet. She took it personally while dying. The cameras caught everything. Elizabeth stood behind Sophia, steadying her. "Your mother," Elizabeth said loud enough for everyone, "was the only honest person in my foundation. I failed her, but her daughter just brought justice." "Justice?" Sophia turned on her. "She's still dead. But the truth isn't." Agent Kim arrived, badge out. "Miss Reyes, we need everything you have." "I have 18 months of evidence. Mom made me memorize locations, passwords, everything. She knew someone would come eventually." She was right. 6 months too late. 1:24 p.m. Ambulance arriving. David in custody. Martinez suspended, badge confiscated on camera. As EMTs checked Sophia, Tyler Washington sat beside her. "That was incredible. That was survival. You could have stayed quiet." "Stayed safe." Sophia looked at him, this rich black kid who'd never been hungry. "Safe? I sleep in parks. I shower at school when janitors let me. I study under streetlights. You think any of that is safe?" Tyler had nothing to say. Elizabeth approached with Agent Kim. "Sophia, you're entitled to the whistleblower reward." "What?" 30% of recovered funds. If we recover everything, that's $90 million. Sophia's legs gave out. The EMTs caught her. 90 million? Your mother earned it. You inherited it. She died homeless. I know, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Doesn't resurrect. As they loaded her into the ambulance, Sophia grabbed Elizabeth's wrist. Weak, but determined. "My mom's last text to me. Want to know what it said?" "Yes. Baby, the rich only see truth when it bleeds on them." Elizabeth looked at her blood-stained suit. She was right. She usually was. You just never listened. The doors closed. The ambulance left. The crowd remained, staring at the blood on concrete. The arrested billionaire, the suspended guard. Tyler Washington faced his phone camera, broadcasting to millions. You just watched a homeless girl take down a $300 million thief, while bleeding, while handcuffed. Remember that next time someone tells you the poor are powerless. Cedars-Sinai's emergency room smelled like bleach and money. Sophia had been in enough ERS to know this one was different. No screaming, no bleeding people waiting hours, no security guards watching for trouble. Elizabeth's name had done that. Agent Sarah Kim sat beside the bed, laptop balanced on her knees. Your mother filed her whistleblower complaint March 16, 2023. Day after the firing. She sent 147 pages of evidence. Bank records, emails, wire transfers. We opened an investigation immediately. Then why didn't you help her? Kim's face stayed neutral. Financial crimes take time. We needed David Park to keep stealing to establish pattern. So you let my mom die for your pattern? We didn't know she was homeless. She used the library's address. Sophia laughed morphine and bitter truth. Of course she did. Couldn't admit we were sleeping in cars. The door opened. Elizabeth entered with someone unexpected, an older black woman in a judge's robes. "Sophia, this is Judge Patricia Morrison, Federal District Court." The judge studied her. "You're Maria Reyes's daughter." "You knew her?" "She testified in my courtroom 6 years ago." "Different fraud case. Most organized witness I ever saw." "Photographic memory for number." Morrison pulled out a file, "which is why I believed her when she wrote me last November." She handed Sophia a letter, her mother's handwriting. "Judge Morrison, you won't remember me, but I remember you said truth matters more than power. I'm dying. My daughter has proof David Park stole millions. Please protect her. She's 16 and brilliant and alone." "This came 2 weeks before she died," Morrison said. "I tried to find you." Child Services said no Sophia Reyes existed in the system. "Mom used fake addresses to keep me in school. If they knew I was homeless, they'd take me." "Smart. Like her." Morrison sat down. "I've been watching David Park since, waiting for evidence to surface." Elizabeth had been reading something on her phone. Her face went white. "Sophia, when did your mother start getting sick?" "October." Why, Elizabeth showed her the screen. Text messages between David and someone named M. M was Matthew, head of security. David asked him to handle the Maria problem in October. Sophia's morphine pump beeped, allowing another dose. She ignored it. "You think he poisoned her?" "I think he had her followed, stressed, maybe exposed to something. Pneumonia doesn't just happen to healthy 40-year-olds. Kim was typing rapidly. "If we can prove attempted murder." "You can't. Mom's cremated. No evidence." "But there's this." Kim pulled up something else. "Security footage from your mother's last day at work. She's putting something in the ceiling tiles. Her insurance." "What?" Sophia pointed to her backpack. "The key." Kim retrieved it. Not a safety deposit key, a janitor's closet key. 3rd floor, Hope Foundation building. Above the ceiling tiles. She hid everything there. Said if something happened to her, check where she last worked. Judge Morrison stood. "We need that immediately." "No." Everyone turned. "Not until you promise something," Sophia said. "You can't withhold evidence. Watch me." Sophia's eyes were steel. "I want David's assets used for homeless services. Not government general fund, specifically homeless." Morrison smiled. "You know federal asset forfeiture doesn't work that way." "Then make it work that way. You're a federal judge." "I'm one judge. My mom saved that evidence while dying. While homeless. While everyone ignored her. That evidence is worth exactly one thing: justice for people like her." Elizabeth spoke. "I'll donate matching funds. Whatever the government seizes, I'll match for homeless services. In writing. Legal binding. Done." Kim's phone rang. She listened, hung up. David Park's being arraigned in an hour. His lawyers claiming mental distress, requesting house arrest. House arrest in his mansion. Sophia tried to sit up, gasped at the pain. Mom died on a shelter floor. Judge Morrison pulled out her phone. "Not happening." She dialed. "Margaret?" "Pat Morrison. I'm assigning myself to the Park arraignment." "Conflict?" "The only conflict is between justice and bullshit." Through the window, Sophia could see news vans. The story had exploded. #Maria Reyes was innocent trending worldwide. Tyler entered with his mother, the prosecutor. "Sophia, we've been working on something." Denise Williams handed her papers. "Emergency custody order. Foster care. My care. If you'll accept." Sophia looked at Tyler. "You know about this?" It was my idea. Mom needs someone smarter than me around. Plus, our guest room has actual heat. I'm not a project. No, Denise said. You're a federal witness who needs protection, and a 16-year-old who deserves stability. Why do you care? Because I've been Tyler's age. Private schools, guaranteed future. I've never been yours, but my mother was. Homeless at 15. Someone helped her, which led to me, which led to Tyler. Cycles, Sophia. We either break them or repeat them. Sophia was quiet. Then, what's the catch? Finish high school. That's it. I have a 3.9 GPA while homeless. School's not the problem. Then there's no catch. Judge Morrison headed for the door. I have an arraignment to handle. Sophia, think about what your mother would want. She'd want to be alive. Besides that, Sophia knew. She'd want me safe. After Morrison left, Kim pulled up financial records. The whistleblower reward, it's percentage-based. If we recover everything, you could receive up to $10 million. Could? Will. I'll make sure. Sophia looked at the ceiling, those acoustic tiles that looked like every building's. Above similar tiles, her mother's evidence waited. I'll tell you where everything is. But I want to be there when you get it. You have broken ribs, and David Park has the best lawyers money can buy. Mom knew that. She left something special for him. What? A video, his confession. She got him drunk at the office Christmas party 2022. He told her everything, bragged about it. She recorded it all. Elizabeth gasped. The Christmas party, where David got so drunk we had to call an ambulance. Mom made sure he got that drunk. New in vino veritas. She played the long game. 3:17 p.m. They assembled a convoy FBI, federal marshals, Sophia in a wheelchair despite her protests. The Hope Foundation building stood like a glass accusation against the sky. Third floor, janitor's closet. Kim stood on a ladder, pushed up the tile where dust had been disturbed. A box. Inside, 3 USB drives, a stack of documents, and an old iPhone. Password is my birthday, Sophia said. November 7th, 2007. The phone opened. One video saved. David Park, drunk, laughing. Maria, you're too honest. That's why you'll always be poor. Me? I've taken $300 million, and Liz loves me for it. You know why? Because I make her feel generous. She gives away millions I steal. We're perfect partners. David, that's illegal, Maria's voice, steady. Everything's illegal if you're poor. Everything's legal if you're rich. Watch. I could confess right now, and nothing would happen. He then detailed every theft, every offshore account, every person he'd framed. 43 minutes of drunken confession. My God, Kim whispered. Mom sat through that whole party sober, listening to him, pretending to laugh. Sophia touched the phone screen gently. She came home and cried. Said evil wasn't hiding, it was bragging. Tyler had been filming everything for social media. This is going everywhere. Good. Let them see. Sophia's phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number. Your mother was a thief. You're just like her. This isn't over. David? Kim grabbed the phone. Let him threaten. Mom faced worse than texts. They returned to the hospital. David's arraignment was starting. Judge Morrison presiding. The courtroom feed played on the waiting room TV. Mr. Park, you're charged with 347 counts of wire fraud, embezzlement, and racketeering. David's lawyer, $2,000 an hour, stood. Your Honor, my client is a pillar of the community. These allegations are supported by video confession. Morrison played 10 seconds of David's drunken bragging. The courtroom exploded. Bail is denied. Defendant will remain in custody. David collapsed. Actually collapsed. Paramedics rushed in. Heart attack? Someone asked. Panic attack, the paramedic announced. He's fine. As they dragged David out, cameras caught him crying. The billionaire thief who'd destroyed lives for sport, crying because he'd face consequences. Sophia watched from her hospital bed. He's not having a heart attack. Mom had a heart attack. From stress he caused. He's having accountability. Elizabeth sat beside her. What will you do now? Finish what Mom started. The case? The truth. Every person David framed, I'll find them. Every family he destroyed, I'll restore them. With what? With the $10 million that should have been Mom's. Denise Williams returned with custody papers signed. You're officially in my care. Tyler's already moving your things from the shelter. I have things? Books, clothes, a chess set? Mom's. She loved chess. Said it was like accounting, everything had to balance. Did she play with you? Every night, even when we were in the car, she'd draw boards on napkins. Sophia pulled out one last item from her backpack. A napkin, stained and worn. A chess game half finished. Her mother's handwriting. Sophie's move checkmate in 3. I never solved it. Tyler studied it. His mother looked. Even Kim tried. Elizabeth figured it out. The pawn. Sacrifice the pawn. Promote the bishop. Checkmate. Mom always said pawns were the most powerful pieces. They look weak, but can become anything. She was right. As they prepared to leave, Sophia looked back at the TV. David's arrest was playing on loop. Her mother's name scrolling across the bottom. Maria Heiress, vindicated whistleblower. She won, Sophia whispered. Justice won, Kim corrected. No, Mom won. She knew exactly how this would end. Every move, even her death, was calculated. What do you mean? Sophia smiled her mother's smile when she'd won at chess. Check the date she sent that final package. November 15th, the day before she went to the ER. She knew she was dying. She timed it all. The evidence would surface. I'd be old enough to testify. David would be comfortable enough to confess. She played chess with all of you. And won. From beyond the grave. The news showed David being booked into county jail. General population, no special treatment. Mom, Sophia whispered to the napkin chess game. Checkmate. The Hope Foundation's boardroom smelled like fear and Chanel number 5. 7 board members had arrived for the emergency meeting, their lawyers texting warnings, their publicists drafting denials. Elizabeth stood at the head of the table. Sophia Heiress has something to show you. This is inappropriate, William Cross interrupted. A child. Saved my life 4 hours ago, while homeless. Elizabeth's voice could cut glass. Sit down, William. Sophia was wheeled in by Tyler, ribs taped, face bruised. She opened her laptop with her good hand. Mr. Cross, January 2019. You approved a transfer to Youth Futures LLC. She clicked. It doesn't exist. The money went to David's account in Singapore. I was told it was legitimate. You were paid to not ask questions. Another click. 20,000 deposited to your personal account the same day, from David. Cross reached for his phone. Sophia was faster. Your lawyer can't help. The FBI has everything. Agent Kim entered with 2 other agents. Mr. Cross, you're under arrest for wire fraud. As they cuffed him, Sophia continued, Mrs. Patterson, you signed off on homeless outreach that never happened. Mr. Chen, you approved contracts to companies that were just David's aliases. We didn't know. You didn't care. There's a difference. She pulled up an email chain. October 2023. My mother wrote to all of you. Subject line, urgent evidence of theft. None of you opened it. Patterson started crying. We trusted David. You trusted wealth. Mom had none, so she had no credibility. Sophia clicked again. Security footage from the Foundation's gala, 2022. David's voice. Drunk. The board's perfect. They see what I let them see. Someone off camera, cross-laughing. Long as the donations keep coming, who cares where they go? We all do quite well, Patterson's voice added. The Reyes woman's the only problem. I'll handle her, David replied. Poor people always have weaknesses, kids to feed, rent to pay, easy pressure points. The recording ended. Kim arrested Patterson, 2 down. Elizabeth faced the remaining 5. Resign now with some dignity, or be arrested later with none. You can't, Judge Morrison entered. Actually, she can. I've frozen the Foundation's assets. Federal receivership starts now. This will destroy 30 years of charity work, Chen protested. What charity? Sophia pulled up spending records. Last year, $300 million in donations, $8 million to actual homeless services, $20 million to galas, $40 million to salaries. The rest? Ghost programs that existed only on paper. She clicked through photos. These are the homeless in L.A. 75,000 people. Your foundation housed 17 last year. 17. Tyler's mother entered. The district attorney's office is filing charges. Criminal negligence, fraud, conspiracy. We need lawyers. You need miracles. Denise Williams looked at each of them. Maria Reyes died because you chose comfort over conscience. Chen stood to leave. Morrison blocked him. Sit down, Mr. Chen. Sophia isn't finished. Sophia pulled up one last file. Mom's final email to you all. November 14th, 2023. Day before she died. Maria's voice filled the room. She'd sent an audio message. This is Maria Reyes. I'm dying. Pneumonia, but really poverty. I have $7. My daughter sleeps in a library. David Park stole millions while you looked away. I forgive you because hate takes energy I don't have. But Sophia won't forgive. She'll be your reckoning. Every one of you who could have helped and didn't, she'll remember. She's 16 and brilliant and angry. You created her. Now live with her. Silence. Elizabeth finally spoke. I'm dissolving the foundation. The tax implications are mine to bear. She looked at Sophia. What would you build instead? Nothing. Everyone turned. Foundations are just guilt management for the wealthy. Take that same money, give it directly to people. No overhead, no galas, no boards. That's not how. That's exactly how. Sophia pulled up her phone. I've been live streaming this. 2 million watching. They agree. The board members grabbed their phones. Hashtag dissolve foundations trending. Their names everywhere. Chen panicked. Turn it off. Turn it? Wait. You had 30 years of privacy to do good. You chose theft instead. Morrison's phone rang. Judge Morrison. Yes, I see. Understood. She hung up. David Park just offered to testify against all of you for a reduced sentence. He wouldn't. He already has. 40 pages of testimony, every bribe, every kickback, every crime. The remaining board members were arrested one by one. As they were led out, Sophia spoke to the camera. America's watching thieves get arrested for stealing from the poor. Usually, they get tax breaks. Elizabeth stood alone with Sophia. The boardroom that had hosted decades of decorated theft now held only them. Your mother would be proud. My mother would be alive if you'd done your job. I know. I'll live with that. I'll live without her. Which is worse? No answer. Sophia pulled out a folder. These are people Mom trusted. Former homeless, all of them. They should run whatever comes next. Elizabeth read the names. I don't know any of them. That's the point. You don't know poverty. They do. Will you help? I'm 16. I have school. After school? Sophia considered. Minimum wage. I'll pay you. Minimum wage. Same as the janitors who clean up after your charity galas. You want my help? Pay me what you pay the people you ignore. Tyler entered. Mom's outside. Says we need to go. As he wheeled Sophia out, she stopped at the door. Mrs. Chen Whitmore, you asked what would fix this? Nothing. But here's what might help. Every luxury hotel in LA has homeless people they turn away. Every restaurant throws out food while people starve. Every empty building could be shelter. Fix that. Don't create another foundation, just fix that. In the car, Tyler showed her the news. David's arrest photo was everywhere. The foundation's closure announced. Maria Reyes's name trending. You won, Tyler said. Nobody won. Mom's still dead. Thousands still homeless. David's probably getting a deal, but things will change. Things might change. Or rich people will just hide better. Denise Williams drove through downtown. There's something else. The whistleblower reward. How much? 12 million. After taxes, about 7. Sophia laughed sharp, bitter. Mom died unable to afford a $7 prescription. Now I have 7 million. What will you do with it? Buy a building. Turn it into free housing. No applications, no requirements, just beds. That's not sustainable. Neither is letting people die on streets. They passed a camp under the freeway. Sophia recognized someone, Jennifer, from the shelter, the one who'd shared her blanket when Sophia first became homeless. Stop the car. Sophia, you need rest. Stop. She got out, walked slowly to Jennifer. Sophie? That you? Saw you on the news? Jennifer, remember you said if you had money you'd open a place where people could just exist? Yeah. I have money now. Want to help me build it? Jennifer stared. You serious? Mom died trying to expose theft. I lived to finish it. Now I have $7 million and no idea how to help people. You've been homeless 20 years. You know what's needed. You trust me? Mom did. She said you were the smartest person in the shelter. Jennifer started crying. When? Tomorrow, after I finish my chemistry test. Back in the car, Tyler shook his head. You just offered a homeless woman a job running millions. I offered an expert in survival a chance to help others survive. They drove to Tyler's house. Sophia had never been in a house this nice. Granite counters, multiple bathrooms, a bed that didn't fold. This is obscene, she said. This is home, Denise corrected. You're home now. Temporarily. As long as you need. That night, Sophia sat in a bedroom bigger than anywhere she'd lived. She pulled out her mother's last photo of them at the beach before everything collapsed. Her phone buzzed. A text from Elizabeth. I've found 20 empty buildings. Owners willing to sell below market for tax breaks. Interested? Sophia typed back. Jennifer runs it. I just finished high school. Deal. She looked at her mother's photo once more. We got them, Mom. David's in jail. The board's arrested. The truth's out. The photo didn't respond. Photos never do. But somewhere, Sophia hoped, Maria Reyes knew her daughter had won the war she'd died fighting. 3 weeks later, Sophia threw up before testifying. Tyler held her hair back in the courthouse bathroom. You don't have to. Yes, I do. She rinsed her mouth. Mom can't speak. I can. David Park looked smaller in orange. 80 pounds lost. His lawyer, now public defender after assets were frozen, shuffled papers nervously. State your name for the record. Sophia Maria Reyes. Tell us about October 14th. Sophia's hands shook. She pressed them flat on the witness stand. David Park met Benjamin Torres at 3 p.m. She showed Uber records on the screen. Paid him $5,000. Mom got sick that night. Can you prove connection? No, but Mom was healthy at 4 p.m. By 8 p.m., she had a fever that never broke. She pulled up the coffee shop footage. This is Torres at Mom's car. Grainy, unclear, but there. What's he doing? I don't know. Mom died before she could tell me. David's lawyer cross-examined. Miss Reyes, you're emotional. My mother is dead, which clouds judgment. My mother is dead because she found theft. Allegedly, Sophia laughed sharp, broken. Even now? Even with him convicted? Allegedly? She turned to the jury. You want to know what's not alleged? Mom's last text to me, baby, can't breathe, save evidence, love you, sent while dying. She showed the text. Timestamp, 11:47 p.m., November 15th. Maria died at 11:52. Even David looked away. No further questions. Sophia stepped down, past David's table, stopped. She died thinking about protecting truth. You'll die thinking about lost money. Outside, protesters held signs. Maria Reyes died for truth. The live stream of testimony hit 10 million views. Elizabeth waited. You did well. Did I? He'll get minimum security. Cable TV. Commissary. He lost everything. Mom lost everything first, and she was innocent. 2 days until verdict. Sophia couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. Tyler's mother found her at 3 a.m. reading Mom's files. He'll be convicted. So, Mom's still dead. But 17 people aren't homeless because of what you built. The Maria Reyes house had opened 2 days after testimony. Sophia insisted on no ceremony, just opened doors. It's not enough. It's a start. Mom deserved more than starts. She deserved finishes. The verdict came Thursday. Guilty, all counts. Sentencing in 6 weeks procedure demanded delay. Sophia felt nothing. Just empty. That afternoon, she went to the Maria Reyes house. Jennifer had made it work 40 rooms full, waiting list growing. Sophie, meet Angela. Jennifer introduced a nurse with 2 kids. Lost everything, exposing Medicare fraud. Angela grabbed Sophia's hands. Your mother saved us. This place saved us. This place exists because Mom died. No, it exists because you lived. That hit different. Room 27 housed an elderly man, Robert, fired from the Hope Foundation for questioning expenses. Knew your mom, he said. Brilliant woman. Saw patterns nobody else noticed. Patterns killed her. Silence would have killed her slower. Room 15. A teenager named Marcus, aged out of foster care, studying for his GED. Why this place? Sophia asked him. Other shelters have rules. Curfews, searches. This place just lets me exist. That's all. That's everything when existing is radical. Sophia understood. Existing while poor was rebellion. Mom had rebelled until it killed her. Her phone buzzed. David's lawyer. My client wants to apologize. No, he'll testify against others. He already did that for a deal. He has information about Torres. That stopped her. What information? Meet him. County jail. Tomorrow. She almost didn't go. Tyler convinced her. Maybe closure. Closure is a myth. But information isn't. County jail smelled like bleach and despair. David behind glass looked like a ghost. Sophia. She said nothing. Torres wasn't random. The board paid him. October 13th, emergency vote. Handle the Maria problem. Unanimous. You're lying. He slid papers through the slot. Board minutes. All signatures, including Elizabeth's. Elizabeth was in Tokyo. She voted by proxy, through Patricia. Sophia read it. Motion to permanently resolve employee disruption. 50,000 allocated. They all knew. They all agreed. I just executed it. Why tell me now? Because I'm going to hell. Might as well send company. She took the papers. Left without another word. That night, she sat with the evidence. Elizabeth had known. Maybe not the details, but the intent. Tyler found her crying first time since Mom died. What do I do? What would your mom do? Sophia knew. Mom would document, build carefully, wait for the moment, then destroy them all. I need time. You have $7 million and federal protection. You have time. She looked at the Maria Reyes house lights through the window. 17, becoming 40, becoming hundreds. Mom, she whispered, I'm going to burn them all. Just not today. Tomorrow, she had a chemistry test. Had to maintain that 3.9 GPA. Revolution could wait for graduation. Justice, like grief, took time. 1 year later, Sophia stood in the rain outside Beverly Hills Courthouse. David Park was being released, time served, good behavior. 3 years for $300 million. He emerged smaller, grayer, saw her, stopped. Sophia. She said nothing, just held up her phone, streaming live to 4 million viewers. Any words for Maria Reyes' daughter? Someone shouted. David looked at the camera. I'm sorry. She can't hear you, Sophia said quietly. She's dead. He got into a Honda, his Bentley long seized. As he drove away, Sophia turned to the camera. That's what justice looks like in America. 3 years for killing my mother. But she smiled. Want to see what revenge looks like? She walked 2 blocks to what used to be David's mansion. Now, Maria Reyes' house 4. His former bedroom housed a family of 5. His pool was covered, converted to greenhouse where residents grew food. 473 people lived here this year, Sophia told the camera. In David Park's house, eating at his table, sleeping in his beds. Jennifer ran it now. She met Sophia at the door. Yale acceptance? Got it. So did 12 residents' kids. The Maria Reyes scholarship covered everything. Inside, Sophia found Angela the nurse who'd exposed Medicare fraud. Now she ran a free clinic in what was David's home gym. Treated 60 people this week, Angela said, all uninsured. In David's former office, 3 whistleblowers worked phones, helping others document corporate theft. Marcus, the foster kid, now 18, showed Sophia his acceptance letter. MIT Engineering. Mom would have loved that. I'm naming my first patent after her. That evening, Sophia sat in Mom's room she'd claimed David's wine cellar, converted it to memorial space. Mom's ashes in a simple box, her diplomas on the wall, the chess game they never finished. Tyler found her there. Ready for Yale? Ready to leave? Yeah, no. But Mom would want me educated. Sophie, she'd say, they can take everything but what's in your head. Her phone buzzed. Elizabeth, who messaged monthly, despite no responses. Sophia, the 5th house opens tomorrow. Naming it after you. Sophia typed back for the first time in months. Name it after someone who died waiting for shelter. I'm alive. The live stream chat exploded with suggestions. Names of loved ones lost to streets. Outside, Los Angeles glowed. Somewhere, 70,000 people slept rough, but 500 didn't, because Mom died, proving truth. Sophia faced the camera one last time before Yale. My mother, Maria Reyes, was fired for catching a thief. She died homeless, holding evidence that convicted 17 people. I'm 17 now, age she was when she had me. Age of hope. She held up a photo, her and Mom at the beach, both laughing. Real-life stories aren't meant to inspire. They're meant to indict. This black story isn't entertainment. It's evidence. These touching stories should touch your rage. These life stories should change your life. David Park is free. His friends got probation. Mom's still dead. But you watched. You witnessed. Now you know. So what will you do? When you see someone thrown out for being poor, when security guards choose assumption over truth, when charity is theft wearing a tuxedo. She looked at Mom's ashes. Document, disrupt, refuse to disappear. Because my mother saved every receipt, recorded every threat, documented every crime, and it mattered only after she died. Don't wait to matter until you're dead. This is Sophia Reyes, Maria's daughter, asking you to act. Share this, not for views, for the next Maria who's collecting evidence alone. Comment below if you've been silenced. You're not crazy. You're not alone. Subscribe if you understand that poverty is violence and wealth is often theft. Rain stopped. Sun broke through. Sophia closed her laptop. Tomorrow, Yale. 4 years of learning the master's tools. Then back to dismantle the master's house. Checkmate, Mom, she whispered to the ashes. Just took more moves than we thought.